crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning. Bix Weir, roadshow.com with your morning Horn of Z's. Horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Oh my God, it's all coming true. Silver. I've been screaming about silver for 20 years. Yes, they can click a mouse. Jean-Claude sent me an email this morning saying, hey, what are the big dates we're looking at? Is there levels we could hit? Things like that. I have always said since day one, not day one, it took me 8 years to figure out how much control computers and derivatives have over markets. Ultimately, in the 2000s, I figured out it's 100%. With a click of a mouse, they can set the price at a physical silver, at minus $20. I'm not saying any will be available. At minus $20, they can do the same for any crypto they want. They can do the same for any stock, any bond. The US dollar, minus $40 was the benchmark that they sent for oil. You could have bought oil at minus $40 on the COMEX not long ago. How is that done? So easy to do. It's a click of a mouse. A click of a mouse can dump as many contracts as they want on the market because they're not real. No prices you see are real. Having said that, we have been playing with this idea that Bank of America is in a, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is a conspiracy fact. This is a conspiracy theory originally that turned into a fact when the OCC published the short position of Bank of America. 800 million ounce silver short position acquired through a lease from Wells Fargo. Now, the players we know. We know it was Bank of America because it's in the OCC data. There's their name and there's $18 billion in the silver category of derivatives. And that grew over the last year. And these are all 1 year or less derivatives. There's no way they can pay the silver back. What they're going to have to do is shut down the COMEX. So they could set the price of silver at minus $40 and shut down the COMEX. But that doesn't help them. In the long run, and I've been in this for 22 years. Ted Butler's been working on this since the early 80s. This is so big. Free markets are the road to freedom. I wrote a song called Free Markets Are the Road to Freedom, and it is exactly what it means. We are not free. Russia holds all the cards right now. All the cards. Why? Because Putin knows about silver. He 100% knows that all he has to say is raise his hand and say, hey, the United States has been rigging the silver market and the Western powers, rigging the silver market for 170 years. I call on all Russians to buy every ounce of silver you get your hands on at any price. Physical only. No COMEX contracts, no SLV, no mining shares. Physical only in your own possession. Every Russian around the world, in every foreign country, buy silver to save Mother Russia. Poof. Silver goes from $24 to $2,400 to $24,000. Why? Because we don't have free markets. We don't have free markets. And I blame the bankers? Yes. I blame the deep state? Yes. Do I blame the current administration? I think they're too stupid to understand it. I just watched the Jen Psaki, the press secretary of the USA's White House briefing on the Russian sanctions. Putin must just be laughing his ass off at the United States of America. She's just reading off her little note card about every single financial thing, and she has no idea what she's saying. No idea at all what she is saying. She's like, oh, we put on these sanctions yesterday, and here's the data that shows they're working. And she goes back, 5 years of how the Russians have been getting their oligarchs squeezed. And all. Dude, you just put the sanctions on today. You cannot claim a victory lap. Plus, you're talking about fiat money. Russia knows they can print as much fiat money and not tell the world, just like the United States does. No problem at all. They know they can't create silver out of thin air. Well, actually, you can. Well, I don't know if it's done with silver. It's been done with gold. Like micrograms for millions of dollars can be processed out of thin air, kind of. You want all the gold in the world? Go up to the sun. That's where it holds all the gold. Over 1 trillion tons of gold is in the sun. Good luck getting it. It spits it out every once in a while. A mass coronal ejection will have a lot of gold in it every once in a while. That's how the Golden Grand Canyon got there, by the way. Longer story, but let's go back to the nuts and bolts of the technical analysis. I love that silver broke through the technical 200-day moving average, busted through it, ran right to $25. It was like $24.30. Ran right to $25.60. The key for tech people now is to test the old moving average. Test the floor of this tech move. Is it real? Tech traders don't believe it's real until it gets tested. So then we have today this slam down. No doubt it was Bank of America slamming it down with derivatives. That's all it takes in a market. They call it backfilling. You got to backfill the holds. When it has a breakout, you got to backfill. This is what, if this holds that they went down, they tried to test it and it didn't work, Bank of America is even more short than they were before. And the criminal banking cabal doesn't know who they're up against. They're up against the good guys now, the good guys in the United States of America and around the world. I would count Putin in with the good guys and Trump and everybody who's trying to take out this serious criminal cabal that controls our lives, from the Queen of England to Macron to Biden, all over the world. Freedom is breaking out, and the good guys are fighting the bad guys. It's hard to tell sometimes who's who. So this little slam, we saw silver broke the 200-day moving average yesterday, ran, and then gets slammed right here. That's backfilling. That is technically the best thing possibly that can happen. And remember, we're just talking tech stuff. And why I'm excited about the tech traders, not because I agree with what they do. No, they get worked every day by the big commercials. What I'm excited about, it adds another layer of buying and takes away a layer of selling. Tech traders under the 200-day moving average, their system tells them keep selling or at least hold. Keep selling short on the COMEX. Now they break that. They have to close out their shorts and go long. That's the way tech traders work. They're very rigid. There's no supply and demand. There's nothing other than the moving averages. And, there's other things, but that's the key one. The big mother of all is the 200-day moving average. I'll be talking to Andy Schectman today about the supply of physical silver. If you're going to order physical silver from Andy Schectman at Miles Franklin, you better do it before I post that interview. That's going to be a one for the ages, I think. Now is such an amazing time. I knew the good guys could break out. I remember when gold was at $320 for like years. It would never break it, and all of a sudden it broke it. And I'm like, wow, that's some powerful buying in gold. Now, obviously, gold's valued right now at 80 times silver. So there's trillions of dollars of gold trades going on every day. Trillions every single day. What if just a little tiny bit of that leaked into silver on the buy side? Good night, good night, good night, Bank of America. Good night, the electronic financial system. Good night. Russia says good night to the West's only power. The West's only power is unbacked fiat money. That's it. Well, then again, it comes down to nukes. I think the good guys are in charge of this game. So keep an eye out. Technically speaking, this little slam we had this morning about an hour ago is probably the best thing that could happen. Test support, backfill, all those tech traders, they love those terms because if it tests support and it survives the test, they go long. They have to close out their short and then they go long. So that's where we are. Usually it takes weeks for this to happen. It happened literally in a matter of, it's been 2 days, 3 days? Let's take a look at the chart. There we are, clearly above the 200-day moving average. But let's go on to the daily. Let's look at the last 5 days. So we busted 200-day moving average is 24, I think it was 24, 26, somewhere right down here. We busted up and silver started running. Then you have this slam down. I want to get a little lower. I would love it kissed like 24.30 and then made the next move up because all the tech people are going to have to flip-flop their positions, meaning they're going to have to close their shorts. Most of the shorts are not closed yet. And how do you close your shorts? You have to buy it. You have to find someone willing to sell. And the only person willing to sell is the big banksters trying to protect their position. We have seen it time and time again. The commercials sell when the price rises because they try to protect their short position. Now, I think it's just Bank of America is the last remaining shorter. And they are not savvy at this game. They might have to go to JP Morgan and say, help us rig. And then they'll click a mouse and work with the Treasury and the Biden administration, Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell, and everybody puts their power behind shitting on silver and it goes to minus $40. That's possible. Or the good guys can just say, click their mouse and drive silver to $1 million. There is no fair market value of silver anymore. So looking at prices is fun, but it means nothing. All right, so that's where we are. Yes, if you're going to buy silver from Andy Sheckman, you better do it today because I'm sure after our interview he'll run out of inventory. If you want to buy from him, send him an email, Andy, A-N-D-Y, at milesfranklin.com, milesfranklin.com. I highly suggest going to your local coin store. I went to my local coin store yesterday. Great day to do it. I saw that 200-day moving average about to break. I'm like, I'm going to buy my last, another $2 worth of silver. So I drove to my favorite guys is almost 100 miles. Now it's about 670 miles. Now 80 miles. I don't even know how far it is. It took me a while to get there. I loaded up on silver and I brought it back. Now I have to drive again to put it into my storage area, which is secret. One of the storage areas. It's very important to have your metals and your cryptos over different places. Different places, different holes in the ground, whatever you want to call it. Because you never know who's going to be coming for you. The government, most likely. And being on YouTube, I can't keep anything close to me. So, yeah, that's where we are. Right now, the 200-day moving average is right around 24, right around $24. Actually, this chart doesn't give you the right 200-day moving average because this is a year chart. I think it's 2340 or something to that effect. Anyway, that's what this is. That's what this one-day slam is. Bank of America said, oh no, we're over the 200-day moving average. That means everybody on the tech side is going to come in and try to buy. And I'm sitting here as the only seller, and I have shorts I can't cover. So I'm going to have to keep going short more and more and more. Roll over more shorts, which means as we go into the OCC data, they're about 4 months behind when they post. A quarter and a half or so behind. When they post the data, the next data, it should come out about April 15th, I think. But remember, Bank of America paid back $25 million in physical silver to JP Morgan in December, the December delivery month. Now we got a new delivery month. I kind of gave up watching it because a lot of it's smoke and mirrors because, what's the big deal? If Bank of America holds for physical delivery, JP Morgan takes it, and vice versa, and they have this ongoing game with their accounting. It's a shell game. But it's fun to watch. It gives us an inkling of what's really going on. What's really going on is much bigger than what we see. So get your physical silver in your own possession right now. With the Biden's new sanctions, let's see what he said. Biden announces new sanctions against Russia at probably the worst time in the United States of American history. Is he going to mess with the financial system and with Putin? I'm not un-American. Joe Biden is, though. I just want to make that very clear. Biden announces new sanctions against Russia, says Ukraine is seeing beginning of the Russian invasion. They impeached Trump because of that phone call he had. with the Ukraine saying, hey, you better look into the shady dealings of the Biden family, and they impeached him for it. That's the power of censorship. And then the other thing they impeached him for was the January 6th insurrection. Oh my God, don't get me started. Trump is going to go down as the best president the United States has ever known. I am like pro-Trump and con-Trump. I'm pro-Trump in that we needed a bull in the China shop. We needed someone like Trump to take out the pedos, to take out the deep state, to do the things he did. I don't think the United States needs that in the future. I think once the banking system falls down, we need someone who can put us back together the best they can, and who everybody in the population will get behind. Yes, it is the media that turned Trump into a villain. And he's not a villain. He's an asshole businessman, yes, but he's not a villain. He loves his country, and he saved his country. People don't know how deep down the rabbit hole the United States has already gone, especially from the socialists and the criminals and this fake presidency we have. Anyway, interesting that they decided to slam cryptos and allowed silver to run up at the same time. Like I said, try to keep your portfolio 50-50. If your cryptos have gone down so much that, keep it in the ratio that you like silver to cryptos. At some point, I'll be selling silver and buying cryptos. Nothing has changed as far as theta. It just gets better and better every day. 65% of all theta is still staked and hasn't moved. Guys like Samsung and Google are in there hodling their theta. Cryptos are the way of the future. And anybody who's anti-crypto and has been saying, oh yeah, it's going to crash, are you buying now? I hope they're buying now. They never will buy. They sit there and say, I told you so, and then cryptos runs up another 3,000%, and they say, oh, no, I'd never get out into cryptos. That's the dumbest thing ever. Blockchain and cryptocurrencies are the way of the future. Decentralized everything is coming. I don't care what all the experts that say it's not are not experts in cryptocurrencies. You can tell as soon as they open their mouth. What if the power goes out? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The power goes out? Great. Power goes out. Power comes back on, cryptos are back up. No, Bix, but what if it goes out forever? If the power goes out forever, we're all dead. All the nuclear power plants melt down, and what if the internet goes down forever? We're all dead again. It'll take a month for most Western societies to completely destroy themselves. No food, no water. Our entire delivery system is contingent upon the internet working. No food, no water, no information, no television. All of it goes on the internet. So if you ever hear that argument against cryptos, well, if the power goes down, you can just laugh at that person and say, oh yeah? How many gold ounces and silver ounces did Mad Max trade in all of the movies of Mad Max world? None, because silver and gold are worthless in a Mad Max world. No power, silver and gold are worthless. Worthless. Nothing. As a matter of fact, they're anchors as you go mobile and try to survive. So I stand ready to debate anybody who's anti-crypto and pro precious metals. Anybody. David Morgan's guy. I'd love to debate that guy. John Perez. I'll debate him any day of the week. Just yell. Bring it on, John. Bring it on. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to listen to the rest of Jen Psaki saying how powerful the United States is because we put on sanctions. It is such a ridiculous joke. It's like a comedy. Washington and politics is like a comedy, but a deadly comedy. So, yeah, if I'm Putin, I'm just laughing at this idiot Psaki. I don't even think they have they're involved with anything anymore. I think it's just a stage that they spout off this stupid shit from. So, whatever. Yesterday I posted my pineapple. Yes, there is a Bix Weir pineapple, secret pineapple society. Go check it out. Theta drop. Check out that video. Myself and Will Lair talking about NFTs. NFTs are going to be with us. Anybody poo-pooing NFTs, they are not just for Beanie Baby type stuff. NFTs are smart contracts. You're going to have your mortgage on an NFT because you have the exact timestamp of when it happened because it's on the blockchain and you can prove ownership on the blockchain. All you need is some kind of smart contract where you fill out information in that contract. You can bring it up at any time because it's part of the blockchain, and voila, there you have proof of ownership. With any other piece of paper that comes after it, it is always after. It's kind of like a copyright. When you file that copyright, that's the moment that you are claiming you had the first idea. And then whether or not the copyright gets approved, and then whether or not it can be enforced. It's all very relevant. Go check out that video. NFTs, you are going to be using NFTs for I don't even know what yet, but there's all kinds of stuff. I'm using them. I'm going to be using them for music and the Road to Roota stuff. How would you like a new silver Roota coin that's an NFT? That'd be cool. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway, go to roadtoroota.com. Don't forget to come out and check us out on the roadshow. We leave on Saturday, March 5th. We're going to Sonoma, Santa Barbara, LA, San Diego, Phoenix, Albuquerque. Yesterday, I had a discussion with Bitcoin Ben. If you don't know who Bitcoin Ben is, go to Patreon. Bitcoin Ben, join his Patreon. It's only $5. He keeps getting kicked off of YouTube, so he's also on YouTube. But go check him out on Patreon and join his Patreon. We had a great discussion on where we're headed, where freedom is taking us, and where cryptos will take us, help us to that freedom. And yeah, really exciting stuff. But go to the Roadshow, the top of the Road to Roota webpage, click on the Roadshow and get your tickets. Tickets are down at the bottom. Sonoma, Santa Barbara. There's tickets available, I think, for everything except... No, I think there's a few tickets left for Sonoma. Yeah, I think. We'll fit you in. And hey, if you're not sure you can make it, you can just come and pay at the door type of thing. All right? This is Bix Weir, roadtoroota.com. I'll talk to you later.